from Perfect Turn, Maria McMorrow. Did I get that right? I got it right. Well, good morning to you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Now, we were talking during the break about snowboarding, and, maybe the myth is that you need to be a skier before a snowboard. Is that a myth?
That is a myth. That is not true. I actually was among kind of the first generation of snowboarders to not have skied before snowboarding.
Yeah.
But some families ski first and then snowboard, or other folks like my brother learned to snowboard as a kid and now as a telemarker. So any way that you or your child are sliding on snow, it's really, really fun.
Yeah.
And the skills of one discipline always support you in learning others.
Touche. I agree with that. Hey, let's talk about how do you get the most out of your lesson at Perfect Turn? How would you instruct people to get the most?
I think that you should really frame the experience that you are looking to have. Think about what is your purpose in taking a lesson. Like for example, if you are a person who has a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a partner, and they don't ski or snowboard yet, like think about what is it you want from them to get out of this experience. Do you want them to be really good, really fast? Do you want them to love it? Do you want them to go and enjoy it with you? And when you think about that and have a clear idea of what your purpose is, then it's going to make it really a lot easier for you to get what you need out of that lesson. So if you love someone, let the professionals teach them to ski and snowboard. I think a lot of people come into it if their partner or their parent or their friend loves skiing and snowboarding, and they feel like they have to love it too to please that other person. And like we want to set up a good learning environment so they love it because it's fun. Right. To take that pressure down a little bit.
And as we always say, the better you are, the more fun you'll have.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so in that same mentality, when you're coming to Sugarloaf and you're coming to the Children's Center and you want to get your child some lessons, frame for yourself what it is, what outcome you want for your child, whether you want them to be the next Olympian, whether you want a day on the powder for yourself while someone else helps them on the birches, or whether you want in a year or two a child who can come with you to Broccoli or Brackett.
Right.
And so I recommend a few days in lessons for any kid, any adult, any teen. But I also recommend carving out some time to ski or ride with the parent, because oftentimes the kiddos might feel a little sad that they get to come to this beautiful place and don't get to share it with the ones that they love.
Good
So
point.
Carve out a day or two so that they can ski with mommy or daddy or grandpa or whoever they're there with. And then when they're in lesson, they're focused on messing around and catching the zombies and learning to ski and snowboard.
Catching zombies is important, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. There's some Darth Vaders out on the hill as well. To add on to that, I would say always pack a snack and hand warmers in that child's pocket.
Right.
Make sure that they're loaded up with goodies so that they're really ready to go.
And those are important things, aren't they? As a teacher, you know that. As an
Yeah,
instructor.
warm hands. The kid will eventually become resilient as they learn to ski and snowboard. But if it's day one, like try to make sure it's a kind of nice weather out. The hardier kids who have a little bit more experience and they already know that it's really fun to snowboard are gonna be rough and ready, wanting to go when it's 0 out. But if it's day one, you need to make sure that those kids are warm so they're having fun. Well breakfasted.
Right, and well hydrated.
Yep. Absolutely.
And that's important. You want them to have a great experience so that they're psyched, they're stoked to get their lesson, meet their friends, and you must have a lot of them that make lifelong relationships.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm thinking back to a couple years ago during Kids Week when I had a group of like 8-year-old boy snowboarders. And at that time we had a lot of Canadians coming in, and it was really great at the end of the week. These kids all exchanging numbers with their families, and one family planning a visit to Toronto to catch up with the new friends that they
that's
made
awesome.
in the snowboard group.
So make your lesson a true great experience for your child. Some great tips that you have there. And we appreciate you coming on this morning. It sounds like you really have a passion for teaching. And I'm sure that those kids get a lot out of you.
Yeah, we try to make that happen. And the one last thing to close with, too, skiing or snowboarding, we often think that we have to make these perfect turns before we can learn to jump, before we can do freestyle. And as a person who teaches kids a lot, they want to go to the Olympics like Chloe Kim. Like, it's okay if they learn a 360 on the ground spinning on their very first day, or if you build a tiny little snowman that's a jump, or two little forked sticks with another stick 3 inches off the ground for them to jump over. Make it fun.
Make it fun.
Make it fun, because we love sliding on snow.
I love it. Well, you've got a great attitude. Make it fun and go sign up for some perfect turn lessons and get your child involved. Or maybe you just need a lesson for yourself. Privates are available as well. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Again, Maria Morrow.
Yes.
I got it right again. Thank you so much, Maria. We appreciate it.